Well, good morning. Welcome to this day's edition of Jim Wilson's FNN Fishing News Network. And I have to tell you, folks, please excuse me for taking a couple of weekends off, but this has just been the most crazy month and so many problems. I do want to report on my son, Fletcher, who went to the hospital a month ago. As we told you then, unfortunately, he had some serious addiction problems and actually looked like he might be on death's row. But over the last month, he's made some remarkable recoveries. We're so blessed, and thank you all for your prayers and other things. And want you to know that he is now on the road to recovery. He's in physical therapy, and he's probably going to be released from the hospital sometime next week or in the next 10 days. He's been in the main medical center where he has been receiving absolutely extraordinary care. We are so blessed. He couldn't have been in a better place. I myself have had some medical issues over the last couple of weeks, and that's why I've done some rerun shows and haven't been with you. But here, me and the two cat dogs, they're sleeping away, taking their naps as usual. And it's such a pleasure to come back and join you, because this is what I do. It's what I've been doing for 28 years. And it's very frustrating not to be able to. Pat, by the way, would have been here, except that she's in Washington, D.C. for her family reunion. They have over 60 people that show up for it. And I, of course, declined to go this year. We're going to be joined shortly by Tom Putnam. We're here at Half Hitch Tackle today. And I tell you what, there's so many things going on with their store and stores, and it's expanded so much. But in the meantime, let's don't forget to take a look at our tides. Right now, we've actually got fairly flat tides, so that's not going to be terribly good for fishing. But coming up in August, we're going to have some much better tides, and we're going to have some good predictions for you for some August fishing. One of the things that we want to concentrate on, of course, is redfish in the pass, speckled trout up around the bays, and in freshwater, lots and lots of bass, brim, and shellcracker. And don't forget, as I keep reminding you, that the Florida Wildlife Commission up in the ponds just north of the tract up there just north of Panama City on Highway 77, the Carter tract, they'll provide you with a free boat, oars, everything you need. All you have to do is bring your own tackle and bait, and just contact my FWC and look for the Carter tract to find out all the information about it. And of course, Tanya has been so busy at Tanya's Garden, it's unbelievable. They've got all the fresh peas in now. I was there this week watching one after another person come in and buy these 10-pound bags of shelled zipper peas and whiteacre peas, and they are so good like that, and all the fresh corn and all the other products that she has that you just won't find anywhere else. Get there late in the afternoon and you'll see the peacock out strutting around, and you may have to plug your ears if you're in there when Rio the parrot starts talking, because his language isn't the best for everybody. But it's just a lot of fun to go there. It's like going to a small zoo. And Tanya's, of course, is right there on Highway 77, just north of the mall and right across from Sowell Tractor. Drop in, tell her that we sent you, and I'll appreciate it. And please don't forget our friends at AMW Trailers, because they've been building them since the 50s. They, of course, now build aluminum and galvanized. They can custom build. They have all the parts. They can rebuild your trailer. That's what they're going to do for one of mine. And they've just built a new trailer for me for my 17-foot square-back canoe. AMW Trailers right over there in Millville on Business 98, and you can see them right next to the new supermarkets coming in where the old Millville supermarket was. So stay tuned, because coming back right after this break, we're going to be joined by Tom Putnam here at Half Hitch Tackle and find out all the things that are going on.
For everything you need on or off the water, visit the Panama City and St. Andrews Marinas. Both locations provide you with easy access boat slips, ramps, fuel, bait, and tackle. Come visit our ship stores and see our unique nautical gifts and clothing, or just relax with a cool drink and grab a snack while watching the boats come in.
Don't forget that mariner on your shopping list. Come by and see our unique nautical gifts, cards, and clothing at Panama City or St. Andrews Marina. Call 872-7272 for more information.
Meet Henson Hindenburg, king of the road at Baytown Tire, 2609 West 15th Street, just before the curve. For 20 years, he's taken care of your cars, trucks, and commercial vehicles. Baytown Tire carries tires including Michelin, Yokohama, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. A new set gets free rotation every 6 months. Alignment is done on the latest digital equipment, and his diagnostic can read all your computer info for proper repairs. All his service folks are ASE certified. Give him a call today at 873-8900.
Hi folks, Larry Lee here at Coin and Bullion Reserves. The Swiss government has requested that the Federal Reserve return to it all of the gold bullion which it has long had deposited at Fort Knox. Do they know something you and I don't? Well, I think I do know. And I think it may be time for you to consider buying some gold and silver too. And no one will sell you gold and silver cheaper than Coin and Bullion Reserves. And you can take that to the bank.
Coin and Bullion Reserves.
How will the new healthcare regulations affect you? Call Mike Nichols at Nichols & Associates, your local Florida Blue agency for the answers. Stop by today or call 747-0288.
Need a storage shed, pole barn, or garage? Who do you call? Two-time site-built buildings. They come completely prefabbed with aluminum siding and 3/4-inch floors. Constructed on your property by James McConnell and his crew. With no middleman, his prices is lower, and with easy payment terms. Here's my 12-foot by 20-foot shed that went through a 3-foot gate and anchored like a mobile home. He's been building here for 15 years. See the samples at 3822 Highway 98 in Springfield, and call today at 850-257-5729. When you want your lawn to go from this to this, you need to call Leroy Dennis and his helper Bill Grimes. They can do it in one day. Not only that, but Leroy offers discounts to seniors and active and former military. He and his partner can handle any commercial jobs. Don't wait to give them a call at 358-6696. Guess what? If you aren't satisfied, I'll pay for it myself. Don't delay. Call the experts now and look great tomorrow. Wow, what a catch. My best catch of the season.
Well,
Tom Putnam, it's so hard to get you snagged and landed.
maybe your biggest catch, anyway.
Well, you know, you and I aren't any small fries.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Boy, listen, this is how things been all this crazy season we've had. Here we got this one of the shortest snapper seasons ever, and then all we get is wind and rain.
You know, thank goodness that we had 3 good, fairly decent weather weeks there during snapper season, you know. But weird spring, you know, we didn't have a winter, and then it just didn't warm up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got a little bit of snapper season in. Wasn't the best weather, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And then the monsoons, July monsoons started. It's
unbelievable, isn't it?
I know. I don't believe it's been a long time since I've seen that much rain, Jim.
Oh, I know. And the water's getting all stained. What do you hear on king mackerel fishing? Is it?
King mackerel fishing been fairly good here in the last. It got a slow start. There just wasn't any bait inshore.
Well, it's funny when you say that, because the first week of snapper season, I went out with my friend Noel and Mel and my wife Pat, and we caught some nice snapper, and then we went over by the whistle buoy and caught 5 nice kings.
Yep.
And they were jumping all over the place. So
when there's been bait, we've been able to get some, but that's the key. They're kind of like me. They like to eat. So.
Why don't you use the plural?
Well, we.
Kind of like us.
Yeah.
We like to eat.
Yep.
But one thing, you know, before we talk about some of the other stuff, I want to remind, especially all these newcomers, if you spend the $5 to get this little chart, you will have a list of virtual every single GPS number for the inshore and some of the offshore artificial reefs here in anywhere near us.
And we actually went out and verified all the numbers there, Jim. So I mean, it's not like they just got, you know, we just pulled them off of some website or whatever. We went out and verified that they're there, so they're accurate, and And we even put the low-ran numbers, used to know low-ran C.
Well, I
and
was
so
going to
that's-
say the old low-ran numbers are there, but
But
of
the
course
G-
nobody's using low-ran anymore.
No, it's about gone.
And what I recommend, I take these and I lay out a couple of sheets of clear contact paper, and then I make it waterproof.
Yep, yep.
And I think I've got some that are 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people want us to do it waterproof, on waterproof paper, but we try and keep the costs down.
Oh,
for
yeah, that's
for all
the
the, you know, first-time fishermen and that kind of stuff.
And what about people coming by with some pictures? Have you been seeing some good stuff?
Yeah, we've been seeing some good stuff. Of course, now that grouper opened, we've had a very good grouper season. It's one of the best I know in a number of years. A lot of
Really?
nice fish. Yeah, you know, amberjack opens.
Yes.
You know, August the 1st. So does triggerfish is back open. So, you know, people have been catching some good amberjack. So I'll be interesting to see what kind of catches we get in here next few days.
Yeah. Now, have you done any fishing?
Just for tourists. I'm going to go. We went scalloping the other day.
Oh, didn't you?
Yep,
Yeah,
went with
Jody
scalloping.
loves to go
Yep, she
scalloping.
loves to go scalloping. So we went down to St. Joe and went scalloping. Water was a little dirty, and we had some visitors in town, so mainly we just let them have a good time. But we got a decent amount of scallops.
Yeah.
Real small still, though.
Yeah, they're still small.
Yep.
Well, of course, I've heard of some contentious things going on with some of the measuring systems. I heard about one guy that bought one of your 2-gallon buckets to measure with. I think you sell them in the Port St. Joe store.
Cut probably. Yep.
And got stopped, and the FWC officer said, "No, that bucket doesn't count. You have to use my bucket." And his bucket was different, and it concluded that he had overcaught. So, you know, that's kind of a little picky as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it should be spirit. I mean, but,
Yeah.
you know, every officer has the right to make his own judgment,
Well, I
unfortunately.
agree. But now, who shucks them when you get them?
Oh, we do. We usually clean them on the water.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
we like to clean them while we're out there, and that way you can go ahead and dispose of the shells and stuff. But,
that's true.
but me and Jody, we've done enough that we gotten pretty good at
Well,
it.
she bought her own boat too, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah. She's got a little Carolina skiff, and she loves it. Something she can handle and she feels comfortable with.
Now, you've been having so many seminars, like you've got one today.
Yes, What am I doing? I done forgot what I was doing, Jim.
This coming Saturday.
Yep, we're doing surf fishing.
Yeah, surf fishing.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't realize how important, you know, the
Sand spike and all
sand
that?
spikes
Yeah,
are.
and just you know, how to get out and anchor, how to get out to get it anchor, and how to play the drift, you know, how to get distance. You know, everybody wants to spend a lot of money on the reel, and what you really should be spending on is the rod.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, we'll talk about a little bit of all that, and braid versus mono, and bait, and what to look for, and so it'd be good. We're looking forward to it.
Now, what have you been getting mostly now? Are we still
Make-
getting any pompano?
Yeah, a few pompano, mostly some whitings and a few redfish.
Yeah.
You know, mainly in the surf right now. And in September it'll pick back up, and we'll get some pompano in September.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a jump on it here a little bit.
Did those big bluefish come in on the?
I didn't see them this year, Jim. If they caught me, sometimes we get those big blues,
Well,
but
they said they were there, but I didn't see any evidence of people catching them.
I didn't even see anybody bring one by or anything.
Yeah, that's
so.
what I was just curious about because now, and one other thing, I don't know about your opinion, but I kind of feel like they ought to start opening us up a season on Jewfish or Goliath grouper.
We're got a lot of them, and you know they can really eat a lot. They when they get on a reef, they can, with being such a big fish, they
can
require a
clean
lot. They
out
can
the-
clean it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been protected so long now that it's hard to believe that I don't know what kind of bag limit you'd put on it, but
Well, maybe, you know, the FWC's done some discussing about it, but, you know, they have a lot bigger problem further south than we do up here. And maybe just some kind of like the old tarpon tag, issue tags, or like
I
they
was
do the
just gonna
gator.
say.
You know, gators, they do a limited quota hunts and stuff.
you buy
So
a tag and then you can go catch
you can
one.
catch that many, you know.
Exactly.
So that you're able to reduce some of the pressure on some of the reefs and that kind of stuff.
And I talked to somebody that was in a tournament, a spearfishing tournament not too long ago, that picked up a bonus in it of $500 because you got $10 per lionfish.
Yep.
And he caught 50 lionfish.
Wow. He needs to get about 100 times that many.
Exactly.
Because they really can destroy a reef.
And do you know anybody that has caught one on a hook and line?
I've had a few of the charter boats say they've caught a few of them, but I just haven't.
I've never caught one, and but I'm glad to know what they are.
Yep. So we need to be aware so that we, do kill and hit them and don't throw them back because they are very evasive.
Oh, I understand.
Yep.
I saw a special on it on TV the other day, and the fact that they've just proliferated so fast is the scary thing.
Yep.
And well, you've got some stuff here. I know you got right now. You've got super clothing sales.
Yep, we got a lot of the end of season sales, a lot of the name brands. Anywhere from a third to 50% off on selected, styles. So we got a lot of different things going on with those. But the one important one I brought here, I want to show you is this one's not on sale, but this is some of the new technology that Columbia has, and they call it their Zero. And so what I got a little demo here, Jim. Okay. So I want you to stuff your hand in there a little bit, stuff your hand in there, and I'm gonna take a spray bottle and I'm gonna spray it here on it, and you can feel how it's cooling there.
Yes.
And so the whole idea is it's got little bitty stuff weaved into the fabric, and that's actually super cooling the stuff. And so they advertise it as 10 degrees cooler when you start sweating. It's water activated.
You spray yourself?
No, your sweat.
Oh, your sweat will cool it.
Your sweat will activate it, and therefore, therefore, whenever you get hot, you start sweating, body to cool you off. Well, this is actually activating, the water activates the cooling process.
Wow.
And so it's 10% lighter. It's an awesome
and it's still
stuff.
Cool. That's amazing.
Yep. It's really awesome stuff. You can see the polymers in there, the little blue kind of deals.
That's the same ones
that weaved in the fabric. That's a polymer that water activates. So it's really cool, and so we got a bunch of different styles and stuff. So
well, I
come
hate
on
to
by.
ask, what's the price?
Well, this is the top of the line. They go anywhere from $65 to $130.
Oh, wow!
So $130 shirt. So they make a great Father's Day or birthday or Christmas. For the guy that's got everything.
Well, that'd be something you want to pass along.
Yeah, that's right.
To your heirs.
That's right.
Now the blue one, you've got shorts and stuff up there. I see a third off on some really nice stuff.
Yep, we've got a bunch of different things.
And you just got a super sale of shoes you didn't happen to mention, but
we got some different. We got selected shoes on sale, 1/3 to 50% off. So we got and we got some rods and reels also, a little bit of everything. That end of season kind of year.
And what about live bait? What do you have for live bait right now?
It's that time of year that shrimp is always tough to get. It's just, we have shrimp, we got them today, but they're small. But, we'll continue to get them most of the time. It'll be another 2 or 3 weeks before they get back, and they'll be nice size again.
Okay,
but they're just small.
Bull minnows?
Bull minnows, we don't have any today, but we have had them off and on.
Yeah, well, I know this time of the year is always a difficult live bait time.
Yeah, just the transporting, they lose them, and also the catching, it's hard to get them. So.
And any other things you want to tell us about that I might have missed?
Well, we'll probably be having we haven't scheduled a tent sale, but we'll have one here in the middle of August. We'll have a tent sale coming up. Everybody remind everybody. It looks like we're going to get a fall snapper season. Yeah. So that be open October the 1st. Somewhere between 16 and 21 days. It'll be the end of August before we actually find out how long it'll be.
Yeah.
But somewhere, so that'll be. I think everybody's really looking forward to that.
And of course, you have all the licenses and everything.
Yep,
here.
license and bait and everything else, and flounder's right around the corner. That'll be starting to pick up. And
for me, it was a slow flounder season this year.
Yeah, but we'll get that fall push, and
Yeah, but the redfish have been good.
Redfish have been real good. The bay, a couple more weeks. If we don't get too much rain, the bay should start to clear up. I've been noticing a little bit of cleaning up. It's you can see a little bit better, but it's still pretty dark.
And of course, freshwater, if you're anywhere except any of the main rivers and things, because it's been, those things have been going up and down like a yo-yo.
Yep.
But the lakes, and of course I mentioned the Carter track, that's the one the state provides, so I'm not sure you even know much about it, but they give you a boat, life jackets, everything you need free.
Wow.
And all you have to do is call and schedule them, and you go up there. No motors.
No motors. Yep. Paddle.
Nothing but the Armstrong.
That's it.
Well, listen, I want to thank you again.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate it.
Taking your
Enjoyed
time.
it.
I know how busy you are. I really do, and I appreciate it. Any big shows coming up that you're going to?
Not in the next month or so.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll.
No boat shows?
No boat shows right now. That'll really be late in the November before anything really cranks up. You know.
And
Scallop Festival.
Yep. Yep.
Port
Burn
St.
St. John. Yep. The Scallop Festival this weekend. There's some live music. It's actually right behind our St. Joe store there in the park.
That's the other thing
Yep.
I meant. St. Joe is fully open now.
Yep, fully open. We remodeled the old Eckerd's
CVS.
CVS building. Yep,
Yeah.
the old CVS building. Remodeled that. It's a nice
Which
little
you
store
found
now.
out had been a former bank. It was
And a post office too.
a little hard getting the vault out, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had to take out some walls and do a little arranging, but it's turned out to be a nice little store, and David and Frank over there gladly take care of you. Like I said, it's Scallop Festival. They got some good music every night over the weekend.
And that's in Port St. Joe.
In Port St. Joe. Yep. So that's a big event for them down there. So
All right.
it's today, yeah.
And don't forget, you and Jody, when we finally get them all, her back in town and Pat back in town, we got to get together for dinner.
Yep, we do. Cook up, maybe get Jody to give us some of her scallops. If we
think
can,
she'd
we can
do that?
arm wrestle them away from her.
I don't see how she'd do that. I wouldn't do it, I don't think.
All right,
Thanks
thank you, Jim.
again.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be back right after this break with some great fishing on the Florida Queen, and you'll see how much fun you can have. So stay with us.
Hi folks, Larry Lee here at Coin and Bullion Reserves. The Swiss government has requested that the Federal Reserve return to it all of the gold bullion which it has long had deposited at Fort Knox. Do they know something you and I don't? Well, I think I do know. And I think it may be time for you to consider buying some gold and silver too. And no one will sell you gold and silver cheaper than Coin and Bullion Reserves. And you can take that to the bank.
Coin and bullion reserves.
Meet Henson Hindenburg, king of the road at Baytown Tire, 2609 West 15th Street, just before the curve. For 20 years, he's taken care of your cars, trucks, and commercial vehicles. Baytown Tire carries tires including Michelin, Yokohama, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. A new set gets free rotation every 6 months. Alignment is done on the latest digital equipment, and his diagnostic can read all your computer info for proper repairs. All his service folks are ASE certified. Give him a call today at 873-8900.
The Captain Anderson makes fishing a breeze. There's a galley on board, and your comfortable trip is all-inclusive. Rod, reel, tackle, bait, and your fishing license. The traditional all-day trip from 7 to 5 p.m. Come aboard the Captain Anderson for a relaxing day of bottom fishing. There's plenty of room, so bring the whole family. It's a whopping big adventure, and that's no fishtail. The Captain Anderson is located at Captain Anderson's Marina, where the fish are always biting and the kids are always smiling. Please call for cruise schedules.
When was the last time you took a few minutes out of your busy schedule to enjoy the simple things? The wide open spaces, the uncharted territory, the moments that seem to stick with you for a lifetime. Well, what are you waiting for? Half hitch. Get out there.
How will the new healthcare regulations affect you? Call Mike Nichols at Nichols & Associates, your local Florida Blue agency for the answers. Stop by today or call 747-0288.
Need a storage shed, pole barn, or garage? Who do you call? Two-time site-built buildings. They come completely prefabbed with aluminum siding and 3/4-inch floors. Constructed on your property by James McConnell and his crew. With no middleman, his prices is lower, and with easy payment terms. Here's my 12-foot by 20-foot shed that went through a 3-foot gate and anchored like a mobile home. He's been building here for 15 years. See the samples at 3822 Highway 98 in Springfield, and call today at 850-257-5729. 6609. When you want your lawn to go from this to this, you need to call Leroy Dennis and his helper Bill Grimes. They can do it in one day. Not only that, but Leroy offers discounts to seniors and active and former military. He and his partner can handle any commercial jobs. Don't wait to give them a call at 358-6696. Guess what? If you aren't satisfied, I'll pay for it myself. Don't delay. Call the experts now and look great tomorrow. Well, let's go fish a little bit on the Florida Queen and find out what's going on out there and catch a few fish in the old days and look forward to the next time we have another part of the snapper season coming along. Last day of snapper season. The endangered species of the Gulf of Mexico. That's according to the king crab anyway. Yeah, we're coming around on our first stop right now, getting ready to drop. If y'all get a fish on, be sure you yell out, "Fish on!" There's my good friend Mel. Ready. First drop. Got a nice full boat today. And on the Gemini Queen. Captain Jerry Anderson.
See your release?
Just about on the spot, aren't we, Captain Jerry?
Nice change from this morning, so we got to figure out what's going on.
Oh. Nice full boat on both sides. There it goes, first drop.
All right, folks, let's drop down, see what we got here, please.
There we go, here, got one coming back there. That looks like a snapper bounce. There's another one. They've got a double hook up down there anyway. Yeah, nice little red snapper. I don't think he'll make the cut, but Melbourne, you got a hook up. Looks like a snapper. Let's get him in the boat. See any color yet? Yeah, he's good fish. Oh, looks like that one's gonna be a keeper, Melbourne. Yeah, there's a keeper. Oh, yeah, nice. That's what we're looking for. Oh, Doc's got another one on a stringer back there. Come on now, Lisa. Get that snapper. Oh, yeah, he's gonna be close. Very close. Somebody got one over here.
Hold up, man. That is a keeper white snapper.
Got a nice little white snapper this young lady does. There you go. Where are you from? What's your name?
Indiana. Kelly.
Kelly. Well, nice for you, Kelly. Hey, we got a good one coming over here. Yo, that looks like it's going to be awful close. Hey, turn around here and let's hold him up for me. A little camera picture. There you go. Well, it's so nice to be back with you. Thanks for letting me have a couple of weekends off because unfortunately I did have some medical issues, but we're getting back on track. So thanks again for watching Jim Wilson's FNN Fishing News Network.